Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two, get some good, some food in you. Step three, think real hard about what you wanna be. Step four, everybody just do your thing.
Wake up, today's gonna be a good day. 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 Wake up, today's gonna be a good day.
Good morning, good morning. It looks... Oh, for a second I thought you crashed again. You were all like paused, and I was like, well, that's an awkward crash.
Good morning. We've had some difficulties this morning, some technical difficulties. So yeah, thank you for being here. We're gonna have a short one, but it'll be short and sweet.
Oh yeah, especially with all the beautiful data that's coming out today, which I don't think is gonna matter as much as people think.
You don't think so?
No, I think we go down no matter what. But that's just my personal opinion. The markets are really indecisive. So they got what they want, and they're still unsure about how that impacts their bags. Like, brother, you asked for 50 and got 50, and now you're complaining.
Well, everybody's complaining.
Oh yeah, but
No one's happy with anything.
never. That's why you don't give the people what they want. You steer the ship and you tell people how it's gonna be. But
Right. You say we're hiking to 20%. So y'all dumb people stop spending money.
yeah, we're gonna send the market which direction we feel like it should go, and if it impacts other people negatively because we're the global reserve asset, it's going to affect people negatively, and you can't make everyone happy. But you gotta make yourself stronger so that other people still use the reserve asset. Otherwise, it's worthless. And once you're lifted back up, everyone else can get lifted back up too because they're using your money.
Good morning.
Oh yeah. Oh, good morning, good morning. Let's dive in.
Let's say good morning to the beautiful people.
Okay. We've got French Toaster in the chat. First one in there.
French toaster.
Anthony Soprano as well. We've got Darren
Soprano.
Does Things. And
DD.
Alexander G.
G.
And Moho.
What up, Moho?
Good morning, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm gonna swap that over to the screen share so that we can dive on in and get you prepped for success today. For the stock heat map, we've got Apple down 0.44. We've got Nvidia up 2.8. We've got Berkshire Hathaway down 0.48. We've got Amazon down 0.74. We've got ExxonMobil down 1.95. We've got Tesla up 1.08. We've got Visa down 1.15, which I saw something interesting, how Nancy Pelosi sold off Visa right before they got hit with some legislation. Oh, surprise.
Surprise. I saw that too.
Oh. Eli Lilly is up 0.01%. We've got Microsoft up 0.69%.
Hold on. What is that website? What's that
Oh,
website?
Hold on. I can actually pull it up real quick.
You know the one I'm talking about.
It is Capital Trades. Huh?
Capital Trades.
If I can see my screen.
I need to follow this this lady. Someone's posted on. I've been seeing somebody posted on X. They were like, they keep like sharing their trades, just following Nancy Pelosi, and they're up like thousands or like tens of thousands of dollars this year. It's like, hello, hello.
I may have muted myself when I was typing.
Okay, I was like, oh no, did my internet die?
No, no. This is her portfolio performance over the past year. You know, look at this low, sitting at 2 million, and now she's sitting at 12. So,
That's all Nvidia, man.
I
She
mean,
knew.
some of it is. There's also
Yeah.
Visa, where here was her sell 3 months before they got hit with some regulation uh, and some
Look, man. She knows. She just knows, man. She
yeah.
knows.
th-
She just
Of
knows people.
course, of course. She also bought
Yeah.
Microsoft back in July. So, and this one, REOF, which I haven't looked into too much. I was too busy at work to really pay attention to what it was, but it got published the other week. So,
REOF.
yeah,
Reoff.
yep. And she
Okay.
bought the dip. So, yeah, she did really, really good, I guess.
Man,
No
she's
insider,
spectacular.
no insider trading at all. Couldn't be.
It's not. It's not insider trading. No. No. She just has a really smart family member or something.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I mean it. She's got a really great husband.
Maybe she watches Jim Cramer every day and she knows to just do the opposite of what he says.
I mean, if it works, it works.
Right?
But we've got Bitcoin up 1.96%.
Let's
We've
go.
what?
Oh, you said Bitcoin was up, so I just said, let's go.
Oh. I thought you were gonna follow that up with something. But we've got
Mm-mm.
Ethereum up 1.88. We've got BNB up 1.64. We've got Solana up 3.2. We've got Dogecoin up 5.9. Toncoin's up 1.57. We've got Cardano up 3.44. We've got Tron up 1.53. And Avalanche is up 3.04. So, kind of green this morning. You know, we did talk about Bitcoin maybe going to grab some highs and some liquidity. So maybe that's what this move is. And your forecast is about to dump on the people at 8:30 in the morning when we get GDP quarter over quarter, GDP
Wait,
final
is that today?
quarter over quarter. Yep. Durable
I thought that was
goods.
tomorrow.
Nope. That is today, sir. You're a day behind.
It is Thursday, right?
Yep.
Hmm.
Yep.
Okay.
It was always Thursday.
Keep
It
going.
was always going to be Thursday. We got that
It
durable
was always
goods.
going to be Thursday.
We got the durable goods month over month. We've also got jobless claims, 4-week average, and initial jobless claims. So heavy morning for data at 8:30, an hour before market opens. So this could be the false
Oh,
move.
that could be the false move. It's very possible. But remember, my false move is a down move, not an up move.
Well,
So even though we are moving up right now, I still think that maybe we come down and then back up and then back down again.
well, it's really going to depend on
Maybe.
how
I don't
that
know.
stock market opens.
Doesn't
So
really matter.
we will
That's a hefty data drop, and I think you were talking about GDP being the big one out of that, right?
yeah, yeah. Well, it's like
Why?
let's get the sentiment of the economy right before we go into the nonsense quarter that's basically always green because people are spending money for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And so we'll know Q1 next year how things kind of continue off of Q3 of this year. Whereas in like where were things so that we kind of can gauge where we're going to be afterwards. Because you could kind of throw money at crap going into Q4 and you do okay. Whereas in, you might not want to hold that going into Q1 of next year after the markets are settling back down and people are going back to spending as they normally do. So this will give people the kind of sentiment where it's, am I going risk on? Am I going risk off? Am I going a mixed bag of the two? How heavy am I going risk off if it's a mixed bag of the two? And that's where this data drop is going to be extremely important. It was predicted to be up dramatically, which is a good signal. Oh, he crashed again. It's a good signal for how we can set up for going into Q1. And if it is strong and the rate cuts are going to keep it strong, this is dependent on their next rate cut, of course, because if they do another 50, that's not going to be as strong for the market going into next year as if we just left it at 50 and didn't do a whole lot to kind of mess with things while everything's in better profits and your consumers are spending more, where all sectors kind of just get a little bit of love. You see people traveling more, things like that. Your food costs are kind of not really as big as an impact because there's sales going on everywhere. This is that time of year where just everything kind of goes well all around for every market. David is sliding back in with his awesome sauce internet. All right.
It's not the internet.
Oh. What is it this time?
It's still this stupid adapter.
Oh. Well,
I guess I don't know. I don't know. Maybe it is the internet. I don't know. But it's whatever it is, it makes me very angry. I don't like being angry. And you won't like me when I'm angry.
okay, Hulk. Jeez.
Anyway.
For the stock market fear and greed today, it's sitting at 67, still light greed, no change. On the crypto side of things, we are back down 9 points to 50, as neutral can get, you know. So just a little tick up off of the neutral. We did take out some liquidity, so there was liquidity sitting to the upside of us at the 64,366 range, and a little bit more above us that is still yet to be touched at 64,472. I was talking about that the other day, where this could be a little ping pong action because we've also got some below us at 62,564. So could easily grab both sides in the morning because there's still an hour and a half to go. And then we get GDP data. So,
yeah. We also have a bunch of FOMC members speaking.
yes.
Fed
That should be at 8:10.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. They're all speaking.
Well, there's a lot to say on the market, you know. They've
there's some kind of like or something.
what was it?
Is there some kind of like summit or something that they're all at?
I'd have to look into that, but I mean, it's highly plausible.
Because there's like 5 or 6 of them speaking today.
It
And they're all
look-
like 10 or 20 minutes between each other.
Yeah, it looks like there's 5 speaking this morning. We got Fed Collins at 8:10. We've got Fed Kugler at 8:10. We've got Jerome Powell at 8:20, and then at 8:25, Fed Williams' speech. So
Do you know who it was that dissented during the last FOMC?
Um, hold on. I shared the article with you the other day. Where did I share it on? It was on the phone. Hold on.
Hold it. Oh. Like, hold on. Don't show this people this.
No, it's on the right screen.
It's got my number on
Oh,
it.
no. It always
uh,
pulls up to my main screen. Uh, I guess I didn't share that there. That was I can't remember her name,
little.
but
I don't know if it's irrelevant or if it's relevant or not. I just
it
would think
was
it would be interesting if they had the dissenting opinion speaking today.
it was the Chicago chair, though.
Okay.
And I don't believe she's speaking today. But
Mm,
you know, it would be nice to hear that dissenting opinion because
exactly.
they're all just being like, okay, well, what does the market think? Okay, you want 50? We'll give you 50. You want another 50? Maybe we'll do another 50. And it's like, no. No, no, no. Because even if even if they get what they want, that still doesn't make them invest how they should. Whereas in if you had strong leadership and them directing the ship, where it's like, these are the numbers, this is actually what's going on. Like, hey, we didn't tell you that our Fed balance sheet is actually super, super fudged up, but like, we're gonna have to increase. We need some better taxes, pulling in money and things like this. This is our this is the real GDP numbers. This is the right ones, the right time, instead of this is the GDP numbers that we want you to invest off of, and then here's the revised numbers, where it's it yes, it's a lot of number counting, but are you telling me that you couldn't just get it right the first time? Where it's like, hey, we know that it takes a long time to do this. So instead of releasing it the first time around and giving false hopium, let's just release the right numbers and only have one data drop off of it, and not like, oh well, here was this, and then here's our real numbers, but you already invested off the fake numbers, so we love you. Thanks for putting your money in the market.
Put it all on the blockchain. Just put it all on a blockchain. Put all the data on a blockchain. The
I,
benefit of blockchain, if you put everything on blockchains and they all talk to each other and all this stuff, and that's kind of the point. So you can get that honesty and transparency. You know,
yeah.
like it's just and the real time data. But I don't know. I don't know what that looks like from a market perspective. Like, does that make things more volatile or less volatile or what? Like, I don't know. Like,
I mean,
uh,
surety is never like surety brings less volatility. So if you always knew what the numbers were, say if you could just go on Google, like, what are the current job numbers? And you instantly knew because you're instantly getting live time data that is being reported on a blockchain. Are you going to be more or less secure on your feelings for the market because you know the data is real?
more secure. So it would make the market so bullish.
Now, even if it's bad data, you at least know that the bad data is true. If it's good data, then you know that the good data is true. And you can base it off of time of year and things like that. Whereas in going into Q4, you normally see higher job numbers because people get laid off on their seasonal jobs. Where it's like, hey, I worked all summer and this is the time of year that I normally go find a part-time job to pay the bills until I go back to my normal job. You see a lot of that. But there's that.
I did that for a long time.
I still do that. But like, I'd rather have a little gap period where I've worked my butt off for 50, 60 hours all summer, and then have like a 6-week gap where it's like, okay, well, I had money, I can pay my bills, I don't necessarily need a job right now. Do I go on the job numbers? Yeah, but that's why you see that tick of seasonal jobs, but they lie to you about it. They're like, oh, well, these were the initial jobless claims. Whereas then if you saw it on the blockchain, you were like, this was reported instantly. All these people are communicating with themselves. It also make hiring in certain sectors a little bit easier, where it's like, okay, well, I know the tech sector actually needs jobs because look at these job numbers that are
Mm.
just instantly reported.
Yeah, you're able to allocate resources more efficiently, and resources also including labor.
Yep.
Um, so it's just kind of like, yeah, I mean, yeah, put put it on the blockchain. Put voting on a blockchain too.
I definitely agree with that one.
While we're at it,
How
while
many
we're looking
people?
for
How many people are gonna
honesty and
lose their
truth.
keys though? And it's like, oh, I can't vote. I lost my crypto key.
Hey, man, if you can't have personal responsibility, you don't need to vote.
Hey, I didn't say it, but I
Hey,
agree with
hey,
it.
hey. I'm just saying.
Do you want to show the people your forecasts for
N-
today?
n- Not your keys, not your vote. Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's the same forecast that it's been for almost 3 weeks now. So
Well,
it is up and to the right before what?
we can tie that into the GDP data. So
Okay. So yeah, yeah, we've been like you know, it hasn't been as quick as I thought it would be, but kind of I would say expected when you get that 50 basis point instead of 25. But yeah, we're still moving up kind of slightly, but we are getting to my danger zone as far as, hey, it might be time to consider going short because hey, we're at the top of a range, so why not? But we also do have the higher level up here that I've still am considering just above 67,000. Or actually, we have this level here. Let me go ahead and turn on the spaceman so I can see the levels. There we go. The previous month high, the August high. This is the only thing that I want to see swept. We already swept it on the ETFs. The ETFs already swept the August high. So I don't know if the real Bitcoin. What do you call it? What do you call it if it's not an ETF? Do you just call it real Bitcoin? What would you call it?
uh, just Bitcoin.
Just I don't.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't
Okay,
know.
well, Bitcoin can still take out the August high. There are some highs over here as well that I could see us tapping into. Also, a little bit above that. That's why I have this red line here just marked off. It's been sitting there too, just above that 67,000. But one of my biggest ones has been that previous month high. But the thing is, we don't have to get there in order for this to start rolling over. We're already kind of putting in a distribution style top. So it's kind of sketch, to be honest with you. It's kind of sketch. Let's go over to a clean chart. Let's just start nice and fresh so we can see what we're looking at. Get rid of the spaceman. Key levels. Get rid of that. All right. So one thing I noticed right off the bat is, the equal lows and more equal, relatively equal lows. And inside of that, we have equal lows here and here and here straight across. So, I mean, there's a lot of liquidity sitting down here. Lots of long stop losses are sitting down here. This is not the only place where you have a lot of long stop losses. All along here, you have some long stop losses. Now, that doesn't mean we are guaranteed to go to the downside. We do have our money flow in the green. This thing could still push to the upside. It's trying to push to the upside right now. Let's go ahead and turn on the Market Oracle Pro by Chart Prime. See what we're looking like on that. We are on the 4 hour. So these are your quantum reactor and your dynamic reactor. Uh, kind of think of them as EMAs, but not a little more smoothed out and whatnot. But either way, these uh, offer solid areas of support and resistance depending on where price is. Right now, they would be support. But let's go out to the daily chart real quick and see what it looks like over here. So we do have that quantum reactor sitting in the red. It has turned red. That's usually a pretty strong signal that this thing is bearish or turning bearish. And we do have that sitting right there at about that 67K level. I don't know if we're going to get to 67. We might come up short. But that is going to be an area that I would be looking for a rejection. Then I would be looking for a move down to the dynamic reactor as it comes up, sweeping these lows. And then once we do that, it's kind of maybe we start seeing a cascade down to the downside. We have been in a we have this range going on right here and down here. So we're kind of at the top of the range. What I'm looking for is a sweep of that range. We kind of have a little bit of a triple bottom in here, right here. See that? Yeah, we have almost a triple bottom in here. That could be an accumulation base going on in here, but I still think we possibly break above here and then we come back down, sweep 49 one more time, and then we move to the upside. But we do have some things in our favor on the daily chart, and that is our money flow is pushing to the upside and possibly getting starting to flip to that zero line, but it's coming up against it. So as our our trend ribbon is already kind of topping out, and we see that we've already put in reversal signals and a peak seeker. These are pretty strong and pretty accurate on the Prime Oscillator Pro. So let's go ahead and get rid of that. There we go. And on the volume metrics, it is in the green, but it's kind of fading a little bit. It's kind of coming down a little bit. We'll see. I think today is going to determine a lot with that GDP data, and yeah, we'll have to see what it says. I'm still firmly sticking. I'm sticking with the fake out to the upside, as is in my my forecast that I've had for almost 2 weeks now. That fake out to the upside, and then the move back down. I think we got some open interest that we need to clear out, and that the markets are still pretty indecisive. And that's usually a bearish, a bearish thing, a bearish, yeah, sentiment. So we'll have to see. We'll have to wait and see. We still have this inefficiency down here. This is a weekly fair value gap. Pull it back to the weekly chart. You can see it right here. So yeah, I could definitely see us getting down there for sure. Down, but we'll if we can get above and break above 60, probably I would say 60, 65.5. If we can get above that and hold it, maybe we can see some continuation. But if we push up today and then get a rejection and get a high or a long higher wick, then and we get kind of rejected, we also have that's bearish, but we also have let's see if I got it right here. Yep. So let me double click on this so we can see this. Let me change this to a white line. There we go. Let's drop it down to the 4-hour, and then we can see. All right, so this is the 200 daily SMA. I know they've been talking about that over on the morning market report right here on this channel, Piper Academy at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Catch them today. So we do have that 200-day SMA sitting right here. We are getting above that right now, but it could still act as resistance. So yeah, we'll just have to see how the day plays out. So if it plays out pretty bullishly, and we start a pretty strong trend today to the upside, then we might be looking at possibly invalidating this downside move. But big data coming out today, so we'll see how the market plays out. Back to you, BC. Are you ready?
I've got
All right.
the Bitcoin chart pulled up because
Bitcoin.
yeah, I had seen on Bluff City Breaks had a question. He said, "Bro, question: will you still be calling for 49K when it's 80K?" Lol, just curious because
No.
sometimes it's better to flip than stay bearish. And it's like, no, I will definitely be changing my sentiment. I've already kind of changed on it a little bit. I don't know if we see as much to the downside as my oh crap scenario where I have a limit order placed down here at the 48.5 range. So I did have that because of a pullback, a fib retracement. There's a 50% from bottom to high. If you, let's see, right here, pulled that up, you've got the 50 line that's sitting right here at 44.8. So I've got a few limit orders down in this range from 48 down to 44.5. So that's just an oh crap scenario. But as we haven't reached the top over here and we didn't reach the bottom of this pattern over here, I've kind of been thinking that maybe we are starting to kind of break this pattern and we might see some moves to the upside. But also, if you come back into history, here's a last bull run, and if you pull up a measured move from this high to this low before the pump up, you see about a 64% retracement. You know, right now, if you come to this range from this high to our lowest low, that's only about a 33% retracement. If you come down to just say the same, where it's like 64%, you're talking about 45K. So, you know, it's not that crazy to think that a retracement that we've seen before breakouts in the past 3 cycles, in the past cycle and the cycle before that, the one before that kind of didn't, you know, it didn't really gauge out like that. But a 60% retracement isn't that crazy. Even a 50%, which is going to put us down here at like 36. That's a, hopefully we've matured enough where that's not necessary and we can just have 45, which is about a 40% retracement. You know, you'd like to see these retracements decrease over time as your market matures and you see more of people not getting scared out, where you don't have the same selling pressure, because I know that this is what this asset's about to do. It's about to blast off. Like, that's what we're waiting for. And if you know that you're selling off when it's at its low and you're never going to get to buy back at that price until maybe next bear market, and maybe not even then, because if you don't have everyone selling off, then you're never going to go back down to that low ever again. Why would you sell? So this is a longer consolidation period, but it is well on track to move up. You do see this is a weekly. You're getting some moves up on the prime oscillator. So definitely getting to that point where this consolidation could finally be getting to its breaking point. You do have a flipping of the MACD on the top side of things. So a nice a nice indicator for over the long time, you could see a move back up to this top of the range. There is some outflows on it, and some shorter time frames are showing that downwards could definitely be the direction that we're heading. But it's all in a consolidation phase. So not a bad thing to just wait for those
4
lows.
minutes.
Oh, yep. Wait for those lows and accumulate there. Because if you're never going to see those prices again, why would you not wait and be patient? You had lows here at 58, 57. You had lows here at 53. Those are the times in accumulation phases that you just click the buy button and you just wait for the break of the range. I can toss that back over to you. I don't
Yeah,
know.
so I've got to address this chat real quick because I think they've got things all jacked up. They've got me all jacked up, guys. A move down to 49K changes nothing on the higher time frames on the macro outlook. So, Bluff City breaks. All right. Well, you already got that question in. Average crypto Geo. Here we go. Bro, you've got to take a look at what is actually going on in the world. People are feeling very positive about the interest rates and the economy in general. Okay. I, I mean, I don't look at this stuff every day or anything, but I see market sentiment. I see most people being bullish. Typically, you don't go with the herd because typically the herd is wrong. That is how it usually is. People get wrong-footed thinking that things are super bullish when they're really not. Okay, and anything can happen. Anything can happen. We have stuff turmoil going on in the Middle East that could rock markets at any moment. So don't think that it's always sunshine and rainbows. You've got to be prepared. That's the whole point of me sharing that. It is my thesis. I do believe that is what we'll probably get. But even you still have to be prepared whether or not you think it's going to happen. And what I think happens after we break down is a sharp V bottom recovery. It's either going to be that, or I think we see the breakdown and then we come up and we consolidate, create another base, and then move to the upside. Like either way, I still see upside in the bullish for quarter four. I just think we might see one more liquidation event to clear out open interest in the market, and then we are moving to the upside. Don't get caught, please, for the love of God. Don't get caught by narratives. Don't get caught by the herd. Don't just. I see people get hurt all the time because that's what they do. They think what everybody else is thinking. Look around the market. Everybody else is bullish. I don't care. That's a really good point for me to start saying I need to start selling because everybody else is bullish. So they're buying, which means I can sell because I need to be able to sell to somebody. That's what the institutions do. They induce liquidity into the market by slowly grinding prices up. This is where you get choppy price action that looks like this, and you get those lows. And then next thing you know, they bring it down. It happens all the time, brothers. My brothers, my sisters, please look. I'm not saying that we can't go higher from here. We absolutely can go higher from here, but we need a lot more things to happen. We need to break this downtrending resistance. We need to back test it or something. We need to break this high here. We need to create new market structure. We need to be able to hold here and not set a new low. I mean, there's a lot that needs to happen, but when we are at the top of a range, that is when you got to think resistance. You've got to think bearish. Otherwise, you're not doing yourself any favors. When you are at the low of the range, you think bullish. So it's just, I'm just trying to help you out by preparing you for any possible scenario. So, um, if I'm sorry if it if it's not what you like, but I'm just gonna tell you how I think, how I'm seeing things, and this is how I see things. And so, yeah, that's it. It's 6:31. So,
Yep. All that means is you have a longer time to push the buy button and get lower prices. And if not, and we go to the upside, like some people have been talking about being extra bullish, which, it's kind of funny because like sometimes I'm with them, sometimes I'm not. I vote on the fear and greed sentiment poll, and there's times where everyone's just extremely bullish, and it damps super hard, and they're like, "What happened, Joe?" It's like, yeah, bro, the market maker wants cheaper prices, and they will do
like, I
that.
want I want nothing more than higher prices, but I'm just like, okay. I mean, I see everybody talking about how bullish we are. You're saying that you're talking about, you're seeing how everybody's saying we're getting a. I'm not even saying we're getting. Most people that are bearish are saying that we're doing like a super mega COVID-19 type of crash. I don't think that. I don't think that. I think that was the Japan carry trade right there. I think that was it. But also believe that we have a little more, too much open interest in the market, too much froth in the market that needs to get cleared out. So yeah, that's it. That's it, man. That's all. That's all it is. And then that just starts a cascading effect, and it just gets hammered down, and then we look for a reversal and new higher highs. And then if we get something like that, bam, bams, thank you, ma'am. I'm going long, and we're going crazy, okay? Because I believe that starts the last leg of this whole cycle.
Yeah,
So
I mean that normally ends up starting around election time anyway. So right after election, things kind of just blast off, and it hasn't mattered which president, which side, Democrat, Republican, Bitcoin doesn't care. It's that 4-year cycle time frame. After November, you see that next leg up, and guess what? We're in September, so that last move down before a pump up is how it's played out the past few times.
mhm.
Until it is proven to me otherwise that I need to change that sentiment, I'm going to play off of historical price action. But
Yep.
it is 6:33. I'd like to thank everyone for showing up. It has
Thank you.
been a great show. We enjoy doing it every morning. So thank you
And it's
for
all love. It's all love. Bluff City breaks and average crypto average Joe. Um, yeah, I love you guys. I'm just giving you a hard time.
most definitely. And if you haven't hit the like button, go ahead, hit that like button for us. It helps the show out, and it's free. You can also check out the links in the description and join the Piper Academy Discord. We got a lot of stuff going on there. Might want to check it out. Got more that's heading your way as well. So also
Thank you.
give the channel a tune in at 9:30 Eastern time. We will have the morning market open report, and it's Thursday, so it's the last crypto nightcap show of the day. Gonna be on at 8:30 this evening with TradeFly and FD White. Do you have anything else you'd like to let the people know before we wrap it up?
I mean, I don't mind being wrong because my bags still go up. So that's it. I love you guys. Thank you for watching and for being here, as always, and thank you for sticking with us through our technical difficulties and all that stuff. So yeah, really appreciate all of you for being here. Mad love, and we'll see you in the next one.
Yeah,
Have a radical day.
trade safe. It's gonna be volatile. Everyone, wake up.
It's gonna be a good day.